diva, but when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. Kentucky about to kick off to get
I know we're going to win. It's going to be a huge task for the president. What now?
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Florida's offense will get the first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys,
it's going to be a close game.
They can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down.
Oh, my God.
Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you those great defensive linemen. The ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. And the defense...
That's good defense.
No pickup at all on that play. Now on 3rd down for this offense. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down.
All right, we got to see what our offense can do. Honestly, if anyone saved the game, it would be our defense.
Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense has its first opportunity of the day. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box.
There he goes. And perhaps
that's a good breaking tackle.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Running back searching for a hole. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Good job.
The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Wildcats are moving quickly down the field. And he runs into the wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone.
Oh,
and a
wow.
decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And it's not a surprise who they
That was so close.
down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity.
Almost got stopped by own player.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little whoop out of this crowd. Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They make the stop, but there is a flag.
That's going to be 10
what
yards.
that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Ready to fire from the pistol. They're testing the right side here. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch.
Turning it on. He moves the chains.
Wow, Wildcats.
Important in the passing game, but it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Bears the pressure. He's going to take off, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
I love when you change the launch point, when you move the quarterback and bootleg him outside of the pocket. You can see he does a really good job of gaining depth as he goes outside. Now he's a threat to run the football or throw it. Guys have to drop back a little bit, and he can run the football and get a positive gain.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And a nice job separating by the slot receiver on that in route. Man-to-man coverage, he put his foot in the ground and created a little bit of separation, and that made that play work.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Got him downfield.
Like I said, it could be a game today.
7-yard line, and they are threatening. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Working that left side now. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. The play action fake. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's
You
begin
calling
what's
this
going
winning?
on in a big one in the American.
Very nice. Very evil.
John has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Tulane. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Defense not budging.
Wow.
He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
I thought it was his snack.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Kentucky will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. They've got it to the 49.
This is going to be a test. And right now we're failing.
First down. Let's see what they do now. To the air on 1st down. It's complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Calls his own number. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats.
I believe my job will be on the line if we lose. Probably.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. And the Gators have moved it inside the 20. Here's the handoff. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Touchdown, Gators! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down.
All right, Kentucky. I don't know what is going on, but we got to step up.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He uncorks a bullet to the right.
It's someone else.
It's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Wow.
It's pretty clear he didn't care about the double coverage. He thought his guy was better than their 2 guys.
Well, and there's reason to think that. That dude's a stud, and I understand it. I want to find ways to get him the football, but when it's 2-on-1, I might think about looking somewhere else.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. It's dropped. Oh, what a tough
it's right lane.
A bold decision to go for it on
Come on,
third down,
defense.
and it did not pay off. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
No defense. Okay.
And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Gators in a good
Our
spot here with
quarterback
second and
is
short.
not ready for this type of level.
Back to pass. Right down the
Come
middle.
on. There we
Right
go.
through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down. The Gators come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for
Oh,
it.
no.
Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
We're gonna
The Gators will
lose.
have it first and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that.
We're struggling bad.
They bring him down, but not before he's
3
able
for
to pick up the
6.
first down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field.
And we're about to allow a lot of
Try to
points.
get it to the edge.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe a touchdown saving stop gets him out of bounds at the 5. First and goal coming up. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snags it.
We lost.
He gets it in.
Please,
Touchdown,
fuck.
Florida. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And he makes the extra point.
My job is probably on
We're
wrong.
inside the 10-yard line. He'll
After
bring
this.
it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Alright, let's think.
Kentucky has it back in the
What can we do to make this game win?
Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score.
Nothing.
Trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat
God
plays.
damn it!
14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, we're kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great.
Yes, I'm getting
I
pissed.
know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Finally.
Wide open downfield.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Fires to the tight end.
A little
And they bring
overthrown.
him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Still not the
That's
best
now
game for this
200
quarterback.
catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
Yeah, it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Can't
Fuck
make the
you.
connection on third down thanks to that tough,
Fuck you
hard-nosed
for
pass
it.
defense, and now it's fourth down. On
Where has he
fourth
gone,
down,
look?
They could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Big man has it. It's a first down and
Okay.
more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves
It's
the
making me
chains.
nervous that we're struggling.
Inside
It's
the
bad.
25. They'll snap it from the 24. First down. Finds his big tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they
No!
rep that play in practice all the
That
time.
was a touchdown.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're...
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet.
Oh wow, he needs someone, our own guy.
Touchdown, Wildcats. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this
That's
is a
good.
position that's evolved
9
so
for
much,
18
right? You
is
see
not.
him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is a guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over.
All right,
There is time left
defense.
on that clock. They're up by 7 over Tulane. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Good defense. That could be a flag.
From ball, try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Seriously, now you're being ridiculous.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They have the best game
Sticks on 2nd down.
with the quarterback, and we have worse.
Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to
We
the
just
30.
can't do it.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. They make the stop
we got a winning season.
time to get to that 1st down marker.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be in the
Can
hot
play this
seat.
2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Really?
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
We got no
On the
defense.
17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
Nice.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Oh, he makes the catch. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the touchdown. Gator! Fit it in the
I'm about to
window
give
for a
up.
score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
All right, we're going to see what we
This
can do.
drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's caught downfield. We've got
Well, we're going to have to go for a long field goal on the road.
Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll bring it up from inside his own 10. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. The Gators will kick it off.
We're down 11. Doesn't mean we lost, but we could.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Fires to the big fella.
He's probably hurt.
39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage.
Nice.
They move the sticks with the first down. And the Wildcats have this offense rolling. Looking down the middle. He's got it. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now on second down. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be
Now we're
first and
going
goal.
right there.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to him back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any.
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide
That's
open.
okay.
It didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down.
Nice.
The offense started on the next drive. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
It did a little worse than the last game, but that's okay. This is a tough game.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
Oh, gosh. Now we're getting beats.
From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28.
That was bad.
And it's on third downs like this.
Offense.
At the middle of the field. You've got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard as he released
Nice. Good
He never
defense.
had a chance. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Works the middle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Motion from the wideout. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really use that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Gators send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity. Ball's in the deep ball. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught.
Nice.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Wildcats. They take the lead with the 6. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big
We
results.
finally scored 2.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
We got a defensive stop.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. These guys just took a punch. Now we'll see if they can deliver one, Jesse.
Yeah, it's turning into a bit of a dogfight here in the 2nd half all of a sudden. So let's see what this offense has. Let's see who can step up here and make a play.
And I'm not concerned about the other offense. Just do you. Do what you've done to be successful throughout this game.
That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Runs through the tackle. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Makes the grab on the left. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Gators are rolling down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Very evil.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action.
Oh, no.
And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the air on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Got his man quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
Nice.
And maybe he'll get back to the line
Oh,
of
my
scrimmage,
God.
but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about
We're having injuries.
I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Let's it fly. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding.
We're losing. Our head is on this game.
You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Complete to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And that
he was wide open.
Shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball. But
no, he was.
His guy could catch it, or nobody could catch it.
Finds the tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the middle. He caught it. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive.
We're trying to avoid upset so bad.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this.
I mean, it would help for it, but.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the
oh no,
team.
number 13 was there.
And they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Nice.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start.
We got too many injuries.
2nd and 13. They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Takes the easy throw in the flat. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Gators look to keep this drive humming.
Our quarterback is doing decent.
Using the quick game.
Our defense is not doing so hot.
So now it's
We allow 5 passing touchdowns. Man, we allow 5 touchdowns.
Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's got an open man. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Give to the running back. And he
that's not good.
Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
And the Wildcats have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yardage situation, fall forward, and get a 1st down.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They've got him looking one, but they're going to throw it. Complete to the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. They've got a solid drive.
All right, that's not a good idea.
2nd and 11. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. It's good. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Bargava. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
That's actually pretty good.
What do I want to do? I want to bring more guys that can
For
cover
a
guys
68
nice job by
overall
this defense,
freshman.
running the dime package, more DBs on the field to match up with all these speedy wide receivers.
Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Here comes the heat. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. When we get to the off